Directions to your 12th story point. On the east side of High Street is the Victoria Hotel. Walk over, cross the road carefully. You can't miss it. Pause the video and play at the front of the Victoria Hotel. The Victoria Hotel complex comprises the Stone and Brick Hotel and Stone Ballroom late 1850s and the Stone Stables 1872 to the rear. The ballroom was a venue for travelling performers and was known as the Victoria Theatre. Like all pubs, stories abound. The case of the snakebite cured by strychnine was indeed a curious one. A serious case of snakebite occurred at Elmhurst last evening. Mrs. Lose, a resident of Hickman's Creek, was returning home when she saw a rabbit. She picked up a stick to throw at it when she felt a sting in her hand. On looking down, she saw a tiger snake gliding away. She made for a neighbour's place about 100 yards distant, as she thought her husband would not be home. But changing her mind, she went home. There she found her husband, told him what had happened, and asked him to cut off her finger, which had been bitten. She placed it on a block, and her husband, taking an axe, did as she asked. He then took her to Dr. Williamson at the Cameron Station, who advised her removal to Avoca. The sufferer was brought here with all possible haste. Dr. Johnson was then called in, the patient then being in a state of collapse. He injected 1/6 of a grain of strychnine subcutaneously and tied a ligature around the stump of the finger. The patient rallied slightly. Half an hour afterwards, the doctor again injected the same quantity of strychnine, and he kept her walking about for 2 hours. After another injection, she was restored to full consciousness, put to bed, and carefully watched. So improved so much that Dr. Johnson this morning amputated the finger, and the patient is now returning to home almost completely cured.